Only on Fox, an Upstate woman says a gun was pulled on her fiance, her son yesterday. She says the three of them went to look at a car that was listed on the app Let Go, but before they even saw a car, they were threatened, beaten, and afraid for their lives. It all happened at an Anderson apartment complex. Now, the woman tells us they had to let the apparent seller know they had this money on hand, and she believes that's what led to this attack.
Fox Carolina's Kayla Conboy is live for us in our newsroom. Kayla, this story, very terrifying because it could really happen to anyone.
That's kind of what she's been saying. She's still completely terrified, worried the men that attacked them and came at her fiance with a gun isn't done with them. She's so scared she's staying anonymous tonight, but agreed to tell her story and the horrifying details over the phone just to make sure her story is known and it doesn't happen to someone else.
I thought that he was going to die. I thought the kid was just going to go ahead and shoot him because he wasn't getting the money.
It still doesn't seem real for this Upstate woman, but to get the full picture, we'll have to take you back to yesterday.
We were looking for a car for my teenage son. It was a gold Honda Accord 2006. They said, "Do you have the cash in hand?"
They had been using the Let Go app and had already met with other sellers, so she didn't think anything of it, even bringing her young son with her to meet up in a McDonald's parking lot. She says the seller claimed to be an elderly woman.
After we waited at McDonald's for maybe an hour, she said maybe we could just go ahead and ride over closer to where they live, and it ended up being those Washington Street apartments.
And that's where the problems began. She says at first a young man she thinks may have been a teenager approached her. She remembers him being polite, but she says before she knew it, another man approached their car from the other side.
The driver's side with the gun and started fighting with my fiance.
She says they were in a truck, so her son was sitting right in between both of them. At one point, the gun pointed at all three of them, so she took action.
I threw my son into the floorboard and put my legs on top of him.
Her fiance was able to point the gun upwards, hopped a curb, and they got out of there. But she says it was all about the money they had on them. And tech experts like Deverin Wern say it's not the first time it's happened with these buying and selling apps.
The problem is that there's no verification. There's nothing that says that when Deverin downloads the app and installs it and puts his stuff on there that it really is Deverin. So nobody really knows that information is who you say you are.
Things can turn dangerous in a matter of seconds, and the experience was scary enough that the victims feel they need to warn others.
Meet at a police station and let the police know that you're there.
Her other warning, never bring cash or tell the seller that you plan to. She says the other shocking thing about her case is that others were around watching, not doing anything to help her. They called 911 and reported it, but there is an ongoing investigation. Cody and Shale, back to you.
Kayla, thanks.